ultimately, the tracks never lie. We started with the leopard track, that led us on to the lion tracks, and then we found the lion. Hello everyone, good day. Welcome to the Welgevonden Game Reserve in the Limpopo province of South Africa. My name is Ralph and behind the camera I've got Mpho with me. And I tell you what, we're out before sunrise, and as luck may have it, we've already come across lovely fresh tracks of a leopard. And we have stopped just also to be quiet and listen if there's any alarm calls, because the other animals around, if they see this leopard, they'll let us know that it's here. So as we're following this track up the road here, we can see this one right here, the front foot with the 3 lobes of the proximal pad, meaning the back pad, of the front foot with the back foot coming on top of it, and that we call a direct register. So this is on an exact walking pace, not slowly like the leopard was, and it's come up along the road here. There's another one, and there's another one over there, and there's a scuff over here. As the ground gets harder, a little bit more difficult to see, but here's another scuff over there, and that cat is walking up that side of the road, whereas if we come onto this side of the road, we can see there's another cat that is not very clear. Once again, I say that this ground is very hard, but there's another big track there. There's one over here, and a track there as it's walking up the road. So this animal has a friend with it, and I think it might be at least 2 females, and who knows, there might be a male with them. So we're going to head up this road and see if we can find them. So we followed the tracks and it led us to the big male lion, and we can see at least 1 female as well. It's a little bit behind the bush, so we're just going to watch the male for a while, but ultimately the tracks never lie. The oldest form of science. We started with the leopard track, that led us on to the lion tracks, and then we found the lion. So there's the female that is with the male, and I think it might be the same female that we found with him a few days ago, and presumably they're mating as well. Now there might be another female somewhere around, as we've just arrived and we can just clearly see these 2, but we'll wait and see if there's not another female around. Otherwise it might just be these 2 lovebirds. So this female is the other female that I haven't seen before, because the other female that we got the other day is a bit older. Her top teeth, canines, are quite broken, and her nose is rather black, whereas this one has got a bit more of a pink nose and her top canines are fully intact. But she is huge, an absolute beast. I would say coming in at around about 120 kilograms, maybe even more now with all the meat that she's taken on. Well, to our surprise, not. These lions have not moved, except this one has moved a few meters into the shade, this female, and you can see she is a real fatty. I think last night they must have made a kill, because they are all rotund and seeming like they've eaten their weight in flesh. So I wonder what the unlucky animal was, but well, that's the ways of the wild. Carnivores must eat, and eat she has. So there's all little youngsters there in the tree. It's a bit of a jungle gym for them, and the adults on the ground performing a bit of allo grooming while the youngsters are at play. I always love
watching baboons. Papio ursinos, there we go. A little bit of a family dispute. The social dynamics of them is just incredible. Ruled by an oligarchy or gang of dominant males. Anybody that steps out of line knows about it. So that squealing is very often even from younger males, and it indicates a real submissive posture and vocalization. Sometimes sounds like they're being murdered. And after that squealing and the dispute, or somebody being put back in line, you often then have them barking and just re-establishing the dominance. It's obviously all about the sodic site and the best licking spots.
There's a high level of mineral salts as a result of water flowing through this area, having dissolved mineral salts and then evaporating on this particular spot, and then it gets concentrated, and then the animals come and use it and feed on it to supplement their diet. Well, the sun has set on another day in the South African bush. We've had a couple of decent sightings, obviously those lions, I would say the highlight, as well as those baboons. So we'll have to come out again tomorrow and see what we can find, and I'm pretty sure sooner or later we're going to have a festival of spots. But for now, as I say, the sun has set and we're going to head on back. Join us again on another day in the bush.